What's the preferred term to flicking a bean?
What would you prefer? Pat my cat.
All right, everybody, I've got a quick one here. Let's see what it says. Adults who carry around a backpack, what you got in there?
All right. This is kind of not an advice question, but when I saw it, I thought to myself, somebody's been talking shit about me. I wear a backpack, and people often look at me like, the fuck you wearing a backpack for, you 34-year-old old ass looking man? The fuck? What are you, a
What you
child?
got in there?
I don't know, man. I feel like it's not even that complicated of like a thing to think about. Like shit that I need, probably. Like, do
Like
I gotta
what?
open it up and show it to you? I don't
Yes.
know. It depends on where I'm going, I guess, right? But if I'm going to work, I need shit to like get through the day at the office, like phone chargers. I might need a certain book that I use for my job each day. I'm carrying with one of my laptops or one of my computers, stuff like that. It depends on like where I'm going to. If I'm going to go record a recording session with a client for the day for podcasts, I have like extra important shit that I might need in the backpack as opposed to popping it into the bag with like all the wires or whatever. Stuff like important connector cables that I'll need for certain sets of equipment for certain clients, or microphones, or new pop guards where I can pop the thing on the microphone and it's like, yo, it's a clean one. It's not old, I swear. Like I
I don't
put
know.
different shit in my backpack depending on where I'm going to. Sometimes it's just like White Claws and weed and like rolling papers and shit. Some days that's the contents of my backpack. But I just wanted to take the opportunity to address this because I'm
Clear
just
the
tired
air.
of not fuck clear the air. I'm not clearing no air. What I'm trying to do is say back the fuck off us backpack wearers, okay? That's all I'm trying to say.
I don't know. It sounds more suspicious. Like the fact that you're so adamant that you don't have anything weird in your backpack makes
I'm
me
just
feel like
tired of people looking at me different, man. They're
got
like,
weird stuff in
where are
your
you going with
backpack.
a backpack? You going to fucking middle school? No, I'm not going to middle school. I'm going to where I gotta go, and I don't want to carry all my shit in my hands. I'm a dude, so I'm about to rock a purse. Let me just pop this backpack on my back. It's not a big deal, and I'm tired of getting looked at like it is.
Raysean, do you carry a backpack ever?
I only carry it when I need to like carry papers and stuff. Other than that, most of the stuff like phone chargers and stuff, I keep that in my pocket. But I usually wear. I see like most of the clothes I wear always have like deep pockets.
Good
So
pockets, yeah.
So I've never really. But no, I don't really use my backpack much. I only use it when I need to carry papers like my birth certificate and stuff like that, so I don't lose it. Because if you probably listen to this podcast, I am prone
The
to
security
losing it.
card is out there.
So I have to keep that
You
stuff
carry your
secured.
birth certificate
Yeah.
around in a backpack? Is that what I heard?
Only when he
Yeah.
needs to take you places. Yeah.
So I know that where it's at. I keep all my important papers and stuff in a backpack. It's just
Okay.
easier for me to like.
Know where
Carry
There
it
you
is.
go.
Yeah, zippers. Yeah. I don't have a backpack. I don't care. I don't use one. I have a
Do you
fanny
use-
pack.
Oh,
I have 3 of them.
3 backpacks?
Mm-hmm.
3 fanny packs. Okay, yeah.
Oh.
I
All
don't
right.
have
I thought you were triple packing the fanny packs for a sec.
Yeah.
I was
I was
pumped.
like, whoa.
Yeah.
No.
I
I always thought fanny packs were colostomy bag things for the longest.
No, they're just like bags that you wear around like a belt almost. Yeah.
I end up learning
And
that,
at the
but
fanny.
for the longest, I was like, that person has a colostomy bag.
There's
just like
nothing
carrying
wrong with
around
having that if
carrying around
you
with
need
their
it.
wallet and their loose change and shit. Raysean's like, yo, that guy's got a bag of shit on a sling. Look.
Whoa.
Kelly, do you use fanny packs in lieu of like a purse or whatever, or a pocketbook?
Yeah, kind of. So I don't like women's pants have very shallow pockets. So like lately I primarily try to wear men's pants, but because they've got nice pockets. So you can fit everything in there. But when I don't have like good pockets, I use a fanny pack. I don't like having a bag, like a big bag. It's a pain in the ass and I have to dig around for everything and then I just carry a bunch of trash.
You know what it is? I hate trying
So
to figure out where I can put it. The backpack. I've always feel like it's an inconvenience because like when you go to like somewhere now, you
put
gotta
it
like, oh,
down,
where can I put it in my backpack?
hang it up or something.
Depending on if you got a decent size, because some people be carrying backpacks where you be like, what the is you got 9
Huge.
textbooks in there? Like,
Yeah.
bro, no, you gotta put that outside. Like, I don't know. But I don't know.
I
And then
don't
most
have.
of the time, when I see people who have backpacks, they don't have cars.
Oh,
So mainly
Maybe
they
they've got to
kind of like
go
they
far
have
on their
all the
bike or
weather
whatever.
kind of dressed up. Like I got a jacket in here. You know what I mean?
I guess.
That's most of the time
Yeah.
I've seen it.
no, I can totally envision a scenario where somebody who has a car also has a backpack because I'm one of those people.
Oh no, I'm not. We all have, yeah. But, I'm just saying, most of the time I've seen people who wear them all the time. Usually
Mm.
don't have a
What
car.
do you keep in your fanny pack then? Because I just described a bunch of like essentials
Yeah.
that don't essentials, quote unquote, that don't necessarily fit in a pocket. What do you keep in the fanny
Right.
pack?
So fanny pack's very small, significantly smaller than a backpack. I have my debit card and various other cards, but I don't keep it in a wallet. You know, when you get your library card, they give you like that little plastic thing to keep the
Yeah,
library card. All my cards are shoved in there. It's for the library. It's got all the library hours on it. So I've got that with all my cards in it. I have like 3 pens, a thing of lotion, a thing of chapstick, my AirPods, my cell phone I usually shove in there, and then a little bag that's my coin purse that says "Bitches get shit done." And that's really all that I can fit in there. Like I can't fit anything else in there. So that's what I take with me. If it's not in there, I'm not taking it.
You know, one thing I
okay.
might have that's kind of weird is I have a personal kit in my car where I
I
keep
don't think
like
that's weird.
deodorant and like toothbrushes and stuff. Like anything I might forget to do in the morning, I keep in my car just in case.
I think it's weird that you might forget to brush your teeth in the morning, but I don't think that it's
Well,
necessarily weird to have like a little
life
emergency pack.
happens.
Yeah, because then, somebody else will have an emergency and they'll be like, shit, I wish I had a toothbrush and a
Um,
spare thing of underwear. And you're like,
I don't share
wish you
that
could be
stuff,
me. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
Raysean will just throw it in their face and be like, "Yeah, I bet you wish you were me, and you wish you thought ahead, but you didn't.
Yeah. Where's your personal pack?
Bet you
Boy.
wish."
I mean,
Yeah.
I keep extra deodorant, extra everything. If
Hmm.
smell myself, and I'm like, oh, I need to go to the car. Got to do
Honestly,
get
smart.
another
Just
shirt, got a
prepared.
cologne, got everything.
Hmm.
Man, you guys are way more forward thinking than I am. I'm just like, I gotta bring my booze around. I gotta bring my book stuff
I hate
around.
feeling sweaty. That's like my one thing I hate.
I
Like
hate that too.
I will instantly take a shower.
Gross. Yeah. Boob
It's just
sweat. Ugh. The worst.
Yeah,
I hate sweat.
humidities. All right. Well, I just wanted to get this one out there and talk about it for the sake of all the backpackers out there who are tired of getting looked at like they're some kind of fucking creep. All
You know
right.
what I do
Not a
hate
big deal.
about people with backpacks though, for real? Like, no offense. Okay. But I hate when people have a big ass backpack on and they use that shit to like boulder their way through. They like whack you with their backpack. You know what I'm saying? They're like going through a crowded area and they smack you with their backpack. I hate
Can't
that.
relate. I'm not a little person like you.
Well, think of the little people like me because that shit's like face level. Like I get like
That's
attacked by backpacks.
I
People
feel
Yeah.
like
don't
that's like
wash their
planning
backpacks.
ahead.
Backpacks are
Oh
disgusting. I'm like,
well,
get this away from me. Ugh.
I don't think they need to be clean, do they?
If you're putting your backpack down on the ground ever, you should wash it at least sometimes.
Oh well. I
So
thought
that's
they
the
was
advice.
made from material that was, just
Was
keeps
what?
yourself
Green.
clean. Like, dirt resistance. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've
No
never
dirt on this backpack. That's for sure.
and I wouldn't eat
Yeah.
off my backpack. Well,
No.
if I had to, you never know.
I would. Me, my
You
backpack's
had
Well,
tight though. Anyway, wash your fucking backpack. Don't hit Kelly with it, and stop looking at me like I'm fucking weird because I have one. All right, that's it. Fucking
hmm.
hit. Finances, poverty style. Button old. I don't know why. It's just
Sound
called.
like a
It's from
Pokemon.
r/poverty finance. But yeah, no. When you say finances, poverty style, for some reason, it's just very gratifying.
Hmm.
Bought an old Toyota to save money, and my family is giving me crap for it. I, 21-year-old female, just bought my first car, a beater 2000 Toyota Corolla for $1,500 paid off. This economy, I thought it was a great deal. It has some dents and paint is fading, but I plan on getting it fixed and painted. It runs great, and I finally got a car without having any help from my family. But now, my dickhead family, she just says my family, keeps making jokes about my car. We live in the suburbs, so they keep laughing, saying it's an eyesore, and asking, can I park different to hide the dent? However, this is the same family that has $700 car notes and gets cars for looks to keep up with the Joneses when we can barely afford it. My goal is to keep the car I just bought and gradually save to pay off my credit cards. So by the time I upgrade, my credit score is better and I'll be able to get something better. Should I stick to my plan and ignore the naysayers?
Oh, I want to be first.
Go for it.
Okay.
Fuck your family.
100.
First of all, you got a car that you paid off. They should be happy about that, first of all. The fact that they're trying to keep up with, I guess, the Joneses or the neighbors, well, fuck them. Because most people should understand that you're 20, early 20s, and you just bought yourself a beater car. And it runs good and it drives, so you should be okay. I don't understand what they're expecting you to do. See, these
Mm.
be the same type of people that be like, go buy that type of car, but then be trying to kick you out too. So how am I supposed to now go find a place to live? Now I got a fucking car note I'm paying. See, you just need to worry about what your plan was doing. You got your head on straight, especially with the whole getting your credit score up. Because then, especially when you do go to get a better car, you're not paying no $700 fucking car payment. That
Right.
right there should be. I don't even that would be such bullshit if I even heard that from a car dealership. Like $700 for your car. That's fucking
You have to
crazy.
pay
Because
insurance
that's
is
not even
expensive.
insurance.
Yeah.
That's almost $1,000. I couldn't go. Fuck your family. That's bad.
Mm.
I wouldn't even like. Yeah, fuck 'em.
In all seriousness, like, good for you that you bought a car. Toyotas run forever. That's your beater 20, you're 21, that's your beater car. I'm 32 and I have a 1999 Toyota RAV4. So, like, just drive what runs. Like, my car runs, it's fine. It will drive forever and I don't have to have a huge car payment. Like, you know what I mean? Like, who cares? If your family doesn't like it, then they can buy you a new car. You know what I mean? Have them pay for it, if have them get you an upgrade.
It
Fuck it.
sounds like they've got some money to fuck around with. Although she says like
You can't
$700
afford
note and they
it,
can't
yeah.
afford it solely for the sake of like keeping up with appearances or keeping up with the neighbors.
So annoying.
I think
And
this
the neighbors
girl,
don't even give a fuck about y'all. Because
they
I don't
don't.
give a fuck about my neighbors. Like, I don't care what kind
No.
of car they got.
I don't even know
Fuck.
what kind of cars my neighbors drive. I don't give a shit. But I think for her to be 21 and having this kind of mindset very early on in her
Mm,
financial life is a great sign. And I bet you it is because she noticed some very poor financial behaviors while she was growing up
yes,
from her
smart.
parents. So like I do wonder, like she knows they have like a $700 car note or whatever. I wonder if this girl has ever watched her parents' cars get repossessed or like see like late notices on payments in the mail or like heard
Right.
voicemails from people who were like, hey, you owe us a payment. Hey, give us a call at this bank number, blah, blah, blah. I wonder if this girl was like around that as a little kid and like has since made the very conscious decision to not do that, which is, the smart thing to do, the practical thing
Mm,
to do. And this is the behavior. If it is good for you. I'm glad that you learned from somebody else's shortcomings and you didn't have to go through it yourself personally. You learned from somebody else's bad experiences and just let that be the win and just be like, yo, fuck you, mom and dad, or just like laugh them off or whatever.
yeah.
I'm not saying like, cut them off and be like, fuck you guys. You don't know what you're talking about. Obviously, they don't know what you're talking about, but just take comfort or solace in the fact that you're doing something positive and you're not doing it for the sake of keeping up appearances. You're doing it because you have a plan and you want to get something together in terms of your next car. And, not having a car payment is fucking huge, dude.
Mm.
It's such a waste of money. And then, like you guys said too, that doesn't even count the insurance you have to have for, having a car note. So
And she's so
I say this,
young, like, who cares
yeah,
about having kind of a shitty car? Like, you're only 21 years old. People get into, like, especially if, and I'm not trying to say that all young drivers are bad drivers or whatever, but I find that, like, younger drivers, it's kind of a better idea to have a kind of a shittier car because maybe you will sort of have, like, an accident or scratch it up or whatever, and if you have a brand new car and then you get, like, a little ding on it from, like, a shopping cart, it's like, "Oh, my brand new car." You know what I mean? Like, who cares? Just be grateful that your car's running. Paid it off.
Yeah,
If it
Get
gets
from
you
A to
to
B.
work, gets you back home, gets you to what you need to do,
There you
man,
go. As long as the radio
fuck
works,
'em.
it's great.
I wouldn't even care. I'd be like, "That y'all really tripping on this?" I'd be like, "Y'all better hope y'all car had never have problems because my beater ass car is not helping you."
Never
You
giving
know?
you a ride. Yeah. For real.
I'd be like, "You too good for this. You go wave to the tow man, drive
My
with
little
him."
Toyota Corolla.
Wave to the toe man, drive with him. So no, I don't think she's wrong. I think she's doing a good thing, and I'm proud of this
Yeah.
girl for not succumbing to the bullshit that her parents, her fucking rich, fake rich parents, think that they are able
In
to
the
give her.
suburbs. I love that she said naysayers.
Yeah,
That was the
fuck them
best.
naysayers. Nice choice of words,
I'm
poster.
like, okay.
And that's a decent price for that. I don't know what the miles was, but hopefully.
Probably kind of high, but they run forever, genuinely.
Yeah, I have my Toyota was my
Mhm.
first car. I love Toyotas. I
Yeah,
have a
they run
Honda
for a long
now.
time. Got a
Yeah,
lot of parts for them and stuff. They're easy to work on. Solid choice.
rocket till the wheels fall off.
Mm. Or the radio stops working. That's when you got to get rid of a car.
In which case, roll it off the hill.
Yeah. That's when it's
Collect
time for the car to go.
collect that total money, whatever it is, $300. All right, good advice.
All right, y'all ready for this one? Oh, we got a
Ooh.
nice juicy one for you guys. This is our Would You Rather. Okay. All right. Who would you rather narrate your daily life in your head? Choices are Guilford Godfrey, Bill Burr, David Attenborough, I think you said,
David Attenborough.
Attenborough, Sarah Silverman, Morgan Freeman, Samuel L. Jackson. Ooh, they pit some titans in here.
I know
It's
who I'm
tough, man.
picking. I'm
Go ahead, let's start with you, Kelly.
picking David Attenborough. He's the guy who does all
Oh,
the
okay.
narration for nature documentaries. So if you've seen Our Planet, Blue Ocean, like any kind of nature thing, he's like a British guy. I saw a picture of him recently. He's ancient as fuck, honestly. He's really old. But he does all of the things. So he'll be like, the female graces upon the grass while the male onlooks. Like he does like all of those,
I
like,
think
you
I
know
know
what I
your
mean?
the
Yeah,
voice.
yeah.
I think.
Basically a majority
And
of
like, and this is the animal. Like, oh, yeah, I
yes,
know.
yes, yep. That guy, I swear to God, when you hear him, you'll be like, I know who that is. I would love it if he narrated my life. I actually
No
kind of feel
way.
like I picture him narrating my life regularly, but I think that's mental illness. So for sure, David
Mm.
Attenborough.
That does sound like mental illness. I think if he were to narrate my life, I would get bored listening to the narration of my life. Like, I feel like I'd
My
start to
life,
fall asleep,
yeah,
like my
so
eyes would
boring.
start to get heavy and I'd want to take a nap. And he'd be like, and now Kyle lays down to rest his
Again.
eyes because my voice is so monotone while describing the things that aren't very exciting, generally speaking, in his life already.
I love
And I
it.
just take a fucking fifth nap for the day. I'm
Yeah,
all set with
sounds
David
great.
Attenborough. I mean,
I think
naps
it
are
sounds
great.
great.
Raysean, what
See,
do you think, man?
I have a hard choice. Like, I feel like it's hard because three of these people I would be okay with. Like, it wouldn't mind me. They are Bill Burr, Morgan Freeman, Samuel Jackson.
I know that we had the same top three. Okay, I knew we would.
Hmm.
All three of those people, I would not have a problem with. Samuel Jackson, I feel like I would more or less relate more to me because of just the way he is, just this extremist, like the way his personality is. I feel like will work more for me. Morgan Freeman has more of that professional type of voice. I feel like Bill Burr would be more funny, would be more for my personality because his would be hilarious, and I think he's like one of the kings of comedy right now. So it's a hard one. I'm gonna have to go two. I'm gonna go Samuel Jackson, Bill Burr for right now. I'm gonna
Gotta
let
pick one.
That's
Kyle.
not a
I'm gonna
would
let
you
Kyle.
rather, Raysean. You
I'll let
can't.
Kyle go and let me choose between
Well,
those
I
two.
I pick Bill Burr. It's a tough one because I'm also between Bill Burr and Sam Jackson. Here's the difference. I already kind of hear things in Bill Burr's voice in my head just because of where I live in the country. Because he's like every
Mm,
towny fuck from like Fall River, Boston, Brockton, all that shit up through Massachusetts. That's how people around here sound. So I can picture that voice in my head very easily. Never mind the fact that I've listened to a ton of Bill Burr podcasts and stand up over the years. And I just like generally appreciate his observation style and how, you know, the type of things that he notices about people or situations. It's just like you said, it's always funny. So
Mhm.
him narrating the weird, inconsequential shit I've got going on in my life might bring like a semblance of I don't know, makes it a little bit more interesting instead of like just he's going to his computer to edit another podcast. It'll be like, oh, look at this fucking asshole, time to make the podcast. What are you doing today? You got a sober mom podcast? Oh, you got a financial advice podcast? This isn't financial advice, asshole. Why don't you stop editing podcasts? I could picture something like that going on in my head if I picked Bill Burr.
Nice.
I'm gonna go ahead and just pick up Samuel Jackson. I feel like at the end of the day, Samuel Jackson probably would be able to have more stuff that relates to me. So
Because
I'm
he can
gonna
say
say,
the N-word.
and he's black, but
Oh,
that I'm just gonna go with that one.
okay.
And I just think anytime you see Samuel Jackson like in a movie, he just makes it a little bit better. I don't know what it is about him. It's just
What's your favorite Sam Jackson movie?
I think I like him in everything he's been in. I don't
You
think I've
don't have
ever
like
seen him.
one Sam Jackson performance that you love the most though?
Hmm.
I don't think I don't think I've seen anything with him in it.
You've never seen anything with him in it, or like
Like,
him as the main actor.
Just
I
any
don't
role that he's been in at all. It doesn't have to be a main.
Oh,
It
you
doesn't have to
talking
be a
like?
Sam
but
Jackson
Jamie,
See,
movie.
he's playing. I think. I mean, if you going for one of his best performances, I guess you would have to go with like Pulp Fiction because he was fucking amazing in
haven't
Pulp
seen it.
Fiction. If you want to talk about just like his star appeal of just being in a role, it's like Nick Fury. I feel like he's amazing as Nick Fury.
Haven't seen it.
I mean, that's any Avengers movie, but I mean, just
I haven't seen them.
Yeah,
Actually,
I'm
I've seen one
definitely.
movie, and it was
the
the first
Hateful
Jurassic
Eight. He
Park.
was good in the Hateful Eight. He
Never
was
seen it.
good in the Django. He was trying to think of more Samuel Jackson movies.
I'm taking Jules
Snakes
in
on
Pulp
a
Fiction.
Plane.
There you go. Snakes on a Plane. That's the one that everyone. Deep Blue Sea. A fucking shark ate me. That's a good
Oh
one.
yeah, he's the cook with the parrot. Okay, so I've seen a movie with him in it,
How funny
and
is it that
Jurassic
of all
Park.
the movies that we've just named, Deep Blue Sea is the fucking one
That
that
one.
you've seen?
Yeah.
That's the most.
Coach Carter. He has a lot of good ones.
That is the
Oh,
most ridiculous thing that's ever been said on this podcast. I don't know any
Yeah,
Sam
I
Jackson
haven't seen
movies
any of the
except
other
Deep Blue
ones.
Sea. You even remembered his role in the movie. That's nuts to me. I'm still going with Jules from Pulp Fiction. Anyway.
Glass.
Oh yeah. Jesus, Kelly.
I haven't
Picks
seen
David
any of these.
Attenborough and doesn't even know shit about Sam Jackson. You sure you don't want to rethink your David Attenborough pick?
No, it's because I've been watching so many nature
I
documentaries.
mean, he's the third highest person up here, and I'm surprised about that.
Yeah, because everyone thinks they wouldn't get bored by it, but trust me, you get bored. You get real bored.
I like his voice. It does lull me to sleep. Very
I'd rather
relaxing.
have what was the
Yeah.
Crocodile guy? I feel like he'd be more entertaining.
Stop it. Are you talking about Steve Irwin?
Steve
Steve
Irwin, yep.
Irwin is my literal hero. I have never been more obsessed with anyone in my life. If I could bring any one person back to life, I would not even pick my own grandma. I would pick Steve Irwin.
That's fucking sad. I like that Sarah Silverman somehow got less votes than Gilbert Gottfried.
That's because he would be so funny. It's the voice of Iago, isn't it?
But also, Sarah Silverman is so fucking annoying, man. I've never really cared for her, man. She's just
never heard her comedy.
always like that girl who like is kind of weird and it's like shut the fuck up, dude. I get it. You've been doing the same shit for like 20 years. It wasn't funny then. Still not funny now. I'm pretty sure I remember you doing some racist shit back in the day. So like, can you just cut it out, Sarah Silverman? Get the fuck out of here. God, you can beat Gilbert Gottfried in these dumbass would you rather polls. Beat feet, take a hit.
I think that she was in a Disney movie recently. Wasn't she in Wreck-It Ralph? I
Wow.
think she's the voice of Penelope.
Oh, if she's that little girl, that'd be so. Yeah,
I
I'm
think so.
surprised.
I think she's Penelope, the race car driver.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the racist car driver, but all right, good.
Maybe. I don't know that
All
much
right.
about her personality.
I don't know one Sarah Silverman joke, and I know some Amy Poehler jokes.
Mm.
Amy Poehler is somebody we like, though, right?
Not really.
I
I
like
think
Amy
you don't
Poehler.
like you don't like Amy Schumer, so you don't like.
Amy Poehler is from SNL
Yes.
and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, Amy Poehler is from
I
Parks
do
and
She's
Rec.
like Amy
amazing.
Poehler.
Yeah.
I do
Yeah, I
like
will
Amy
not have
She's
Poehler.
any
great.
Amy Poehler slander on this
Yeah.
fucking
And
podcast. That's
Tina
why I had to
Turner.
stop
Leslie
you.
Knope. Stop it.
Yeah.
Not to Tina. I mean Tina Fey. I love
Tina
Tina
Fey.
Fey and Amy Poehler.
Yes. I like that you called her Tina Turner first, though. That was good.
Yep.
Don't think I didn't catch that.
Actually,
All
Tina
right.
Turner just recently died. I'm so sorry. I don't mean
Yeah,
to.
that's why I
Yeah,
was.
yes,
Yeah,
she did. Rest
recently.
in peace, Tina
peace.
Turner.
Mm.
What's love got to do? Got to
Got
do
to
it.
do
Is.
Yeah.
What's love? What else can hand emotion? All right.
All
I
right.
picked Bill Burr. Raysean's got Sam Jackson. You got that fucking nerd from the nature documentaries.
David Attenborough.
And Morgan Freeman is always gonna be the all-time greatest narrator. I mean, like if I was dying and going to heaven, that's the person I would want to narrate it. Because Morgan Freeman just has that godly voice. But for my everyday life, I want that like Samuel Jackson like type of edge.
I agree with that. Okay, yeah. Under the very specific set of circumstances that we're about to kick the bucket and we're about to ascend to heaven, we can tap in Morgan Freeman for Bill Burr or for Sam Jackson or for David Attenborough, I guess, if you'd like to extend that courtesy.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
And have them narrate our trips to heaven. That's actually, that's like common sense. That's just good business.
Ooh, go ahead, Kelly. She got the next one.
Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for not attending my graduation party and telling everyone why when they asked? My family has not celebrated anything to do with me since I was 12 years old. Oh my God, that's so sad. My dad and his new wife had a baby that year, and I was kind of forgotten about. I would get birthday presents and such, but no party or anything. I got used to it and started a tradition of celebrating with my friends. We would go see movies or whatever. One of my friend's moms found out and started making me a cake every year for my birthday. When I graduated from high school, I had saved up enough money to go on a week-long vacation in New York City with my best friend and her mom to see Hadestown. Hadestown? Hadestown?
Hadestown?
Is that a new musical, Hadestown?
Sure.
I don't know what that is. I just finished university and I am starting my new job right away. I guess my dad had planned a big party for me as a surprise, but I didn't show up because I went out with my friends instead. When my family started asking me why I didn't show up after my father had gone through all the effort for me, I explained that he hadn't celebrated anything of mine in 10 years and I didn't know he had planned to do so this time. He told everyone I was lying, so I asked him to post any pictures he had from my birthday parties, extracurricular activities, or high school graduation. He obviously couldn't, and everyone started shitting on him. Now he's mad for talking about private family matters. I am just going to go. Hang on a sec. I am just going to go over there and pick up a few things I have left in that house and just move to a new city without dealing with this anymore. Am I the asshole?
No.
There is one, I don't know. She kind of sidesteps it. She says that she didn't know that this person was having a party for her. Did she really not know?
Well, if your dad has never planned anything for you ever.
Well, what would hint at it? Did he hint at it? Yeah, like I don't need information like that because it's based on her. It seemed like she really didn't expect nothing. You know
She
what
said
I mean? Like,
my dad had planned a big party for me as a surprise.
I think
So
he
it's
probably should have said
party.
something.
Oh, as a surprise.
As a
I missed that. As a
surprise.
surprise. So yeah, she didn't even know to show up, right? Or like she got invited to something probably minor, like, oh, we're having dinner or something.
He was like,
Why don't you
"Fuck
come
that."
by if you're around? And then like, yo, I have a
Yeah.
life, I have things to do, and I'm gonna go do this thing. And
Yeah, I can't come.
I feel bad for this girl, but
I feel so bad for her. Oh my God. Since she was 12, that really sucks. And good for
That's
her
how it
for
goes.
being like,
And I
"Okay,
wonder if that's because of
pictures."
the oh, sorry.
No, it's fine, but you know what I mean? Then he couldn't, because obviously he hasn't. What an asshole.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
gee.
wonder if that's because of the new wife and baby. Like,
Yeah,
he just, like,
sometimes.
forgot about and she was like, "Fuck that other girl. That's your other wife's
Mm.
kid." And this is what happens. You get to these points in time when you realize your daughter don't give a fuck about you
I
type
don't
shit.
think it's to go to the parents' side for a second. I don't think the parents ever had the conscious decision or made the conscious decision to be like, "Yo, fuck that. That's the other person's kid," or anything like that. I think they probably shittily. It does speak to their character as people.
Mm.
Like they just got busy with their own, we got a new wife, we got a new baby. Baby is a time consuming thing. And it's a lot easier to put the older kid off to the side while you're trying to juggle a bunch of new stuff, meaning a new wife and a new baby, especially when there's another parent on the other side of the equation involved, still, presumably. She doesn't really mention that parent at all, but I don't know. It seems like she was just kind of forgotten about by somebody who got the family they finally wanted to have. You know what I mean?
I feel
Kind
like
of, sort of,
plenty
and
of
I go,
people sorry, but I'm just gonna say I think plenty of people have 2 children and don't completely neglect one of them. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, having a new baby is time consuming, but it doesn't mean that you like, never your 12-year-old daughter, you're not gonna throw her a birthday party? What the fuck?
But the
Genuinely.
daughter's own self-reliance has enabled that behavior and reinforced it over the
But
last
why do you
however
think
many
she
years.
became self-reliant?
I'm not
Became
saying it's
self-reliant.
right. I'm
No,
not
I'm just
saying it's
saying
no,
right.
no.
plenty of
The only
people
thing
have 2 kids and don't treat one of them like absolute garbage, is all I'm saying. That's not a new excuse to have a new baby. I have a new baby, so now I'm gonna neglect my existing kid. No.
I feel like the dad knows he was in the wrong with just how it ends with him. Like, why are you telling everybody about our private matters? And
Yeah.
now they
He's
really even
embarrassed.
give out information because he knew eventually that I feel like he was trying to probably make up for it with this party, but couldn't because she didn't know it was a party, which he probably should
Mm.
have like let her know or do something or just been rescheduled it or some shit. You know what I mean? You know, it's just it's horrible. I mean, some kids get it like that. You know, it's a new situation. Got a new wife. He's probably more keen to her and her baby situation than that
Got
situation.
a new wife 9 years ago, though. Like, this isn't
Not
anything new. My
anymore.
point is,
Yeah.
when she was 12, she felt like she was kind of forgotten about, and she said, "You know what? Well, fuck that. I'm gonna go do my own thing with my friends. Oh, I have a friend whose parent is really nice and bakes me a cake. Oh, she does these nice things and takes me out to go do other stuff that my parents would never bring me to go do because they're I don't want to say can't be bothered, but like they're
Okay.
obviously distracted. So when you're able to go and entertain yourself, it reinforces the shitty behavior of the parent. They don't realize what they're doing is kind of fucked up. They're just like, oh, they're really tight with their friends, I guess. I guess I'm off the hook for having to do something tonight for whatever it is, dinner, a birthday, a celebration,
Mm.
whatever it is.
I don't know, but if you
For
were a
10
parent,
years,
would you do
though?
that?
No.
No, I would hopefully not put my child in a position to want to do that because again, it's like, it's
But I mean,
not,
like, even if your child was like that, though, I feel like I would still make a cake for them. Like, even if they left the
Yeah.
house and was going with their, I feel like I would still make them a cake.
Have
I
a
would
party for
still
them on
want
a
to
different
celebrate
weekend
their
then.
birthday. How
yeah.
Yeah.
she makes it seems like is when her birthday comes, is no one says nothing to her. Like, it's
No, she
nothing.
said she gets gifts and stuff, but they don't throw a party.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
She's not like Harry Potter under the fucking stairs or anything, but they just don't make as big a deal about it as they do other things in their lives, which again is shitty. But it all leads to this where they try to plan something for her, and the girl's like, "Oh, they're not planning something for me. They want me to go do something, and I'm busy doing whatever." And this is what happens. And when she
Yeah.
pushes back and says, "Hey, idiot, you haven't done shit for me over the last 10, 12 years, however long it's been. Go ahead, show me a picture from one birthday party, from one graduation celebration, anything that you can show me." And you can't. And that's what finally, the last 10 years of past behavior that this girl has given her fucking dad and his wife has now come to a head where it's like, hey, idiot, you feel bad
Mm.
about this? Well, look at like my last 10 years and think about how I felt the last 10 years feeling forgotten about or whatever. You can't say I'm wrong because you can't produce one single photo.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of my face.
I
I
definitely
think it's
don't
kind
think
of
she's the
I think
asshole.
it's the extreme to like go pick up your shit and move out of the house altogether, but this has opened up definitely a discussion that you guys should have had a long fucking time ago. Maybe you're better off having it now rather than never having it. But yeah, I don't
Hey,
blame this
Kyle,
girl
can I ask
one
you a
fucking bit.
question flat out?
Sure,
So who
sure.
do you think is the asshole of this?
Not the girl.
I think the parent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if it
Oh.
wasn't necessarily intentional to like be neglectful of your child's needs, when you have kids, you are taking on the responsibility for their well-being. And if you are neglectful in that, that's on you. That's on the parent. You know what I mean? I think that the dad's definitely an asshole. I think there are plenty of times. So the thing is that it's not the child's responsibility to say, "Hey, dad, I have emotional needs and you're not meeting them." Because it's complicated. Kids can't process super complicated feelings like that. It's hard. Like, it's hard for adults to process complicated feelings. It's on the dad to be like, "Hey, you've been really doing all this stuff with your friends. Don't you want to have a birthday party? Like, are there things that we could do together? I know life's been hectic and you've been pushed to the side. I'm sorry. How can we repair this?" That's on the dad. That's on the parent. That's not on the kid. Kids are not responsible for repairing an emotional relationship with their parent, in my opinion.
I feel like you could say if you want a birthday party. I can agree with Kyle on that aspect.
Yeah,
What
but she was like only
saying you could
12,
say I
13.
I want a birthday. No, I'm not I mean like 16, 17. I mean like if you want to have like a type of party or something, because maybe I am getting to the point of thinking you don't want to have a party, or maybe I probably don't think you want to be around like the situation that's in the house. So like I
Why
can
can't the
understand
adult
that.
ask? Why can't the parent ask? You know what I mean?
Well, it depends on I
Because
don't know. I
children
feel
are
like that's
children. Children are not processing these complex emotional feelings. Children are seeing my parent, who's supposed to love me unconditionally, doesn't give me a lot of attention. And then that makes you have like complex feelings about yourself, about your own worthiness. When you think about what it was like for you when you were 13, 14, 15, 16, like even small things feel really complicated and weird and they're hard to talk about because you're a child and your brain is still growing and maturing. It is the adults in your life who are responsible for you and for making sure that your needs are being met and for interpreting your behavior and asking questions. And like that's literally the adult's job. In my opinion, I think that children are not
See, I
responsible.
feel like they can go both ways. I feel like you can go with the mindset of trying to talk to your kids and doing things you think they will want to do. But I feel like there's been times in my life where my parents did that, but they put me in things I didn't want to do. So it's like I feel like being able to speak for yourself at I'm not saying you got to do it at 12 or 13,
Mm,
but being able to say like, yeah, I might want to have a party and see how that reaction is. Cause maybe honestly, they probably don't really think she want to have a party. Like, I don't know. I can
I
I
don't
can
know.
understand that.
I think even then, your
Because that's
parents.
the only part where she's saying she's being neglected. You know what I mean?
She's
It's not
not
saying
saying
like
she's
it's
being neglected. I'm using that terminology because I think that this is a type of neglect. I'm not saying that this is terrible, but I'm saying, that I think this is
She
neglectful behavior.
she certainly feels forgotten about, and
Yeah.
she has solved for it outside of her parental unit, which I get it. Yeah,
On her,
I've been
yeah,
this
she's
kid.
allowed to do that.
Yep. But
all right.
I don't know. I think the parents are the asshole. I definitely don't think she's the asshole.
You're not the
no,
asshole, girl.
not by a fucking stretch, not by any stretch
Go
of the
ahead and pack your
imagination.
shit and get the
Yeah.
fuck up out of there.
I wish she'd reconsider that part of it and allow this to be the entrance point for a conversation with her dad about how shitty she's felt over the last 10 years and not close the door 100% on that relationship, see if they can
Mm,
repair it. That's
Could
my
be.
yeah.
only fucking bit of pause on this post that we just did.
Let's see, what is this one? This is something else, or what was this category
We
as?
just rounded it out. I think something else,
Something
something
else.
different. Who gives a damn? But I know that you're reading it, Ray. So
Changing
let's-
gears.
Yo, so I guess for our last entry of the night, ooh, we have if you could entirely get rid of one modern day phrase, what would it be?
Mm.
who wants to start?
I don't know if it's really a phrase,
Modern-
but I really don't like Riz. It
Me
really
either.
makes me feel gross, actually, and I know it's
It's
just, like,
it's
charisma, but it's too close to
mm.
jizz, and it really gives me the creeps. I don't
What's
like it.
really what's really good about you mentioning this is that I was going through one of our episodes today, like, one I'm working for later this week,
Mm.
and you, say the word "Riz" pretty
Riz.
unironically, I believe in relation to, like, cyborg ninjas versus samurai, vampires or whatever.
I
I
probably said
forget
something
exactly what
like,
it was.
"He's got the Riz," or something. It's because 'cause I'm chronically online, but I don't like
Yeah.
it. Like, it actually really is uncomfortable. It sounds too much like jizz. It really just feels weird. Just say charisma, just say that they're charming, just say I don't know, just say something else. Don't be like, "Riz.
I got
It's the
Riz.
Riz." "Oh,
Mm.
look at that, bro. He's totally got Riz." I don't like it. It really is
Yeah,
uncomfortable.
'cause it sounds
But
like
yeah,
jizz.
it does.
Rayshawn, you got one?
Only one I can think of is money can't buy happiness, but
You know it can.
It totally
it,
can. I would be a
it,
1,000 times happier if I had more money.
it can make unhappiness way better than being
It's
happy
true.
and poor. You know what I mean? You can be as happy and living
It's
shitty
so
as you
true.
want, or be angry, mad at the world, living nice in luxury.
It's
Just like,
still better if you've got money.
this
It's very
this
true.
could be better. Like, you know what I mean?
I
I
could be
just feel like,
depressed in
and
Bali on
then
vacation drinking out of a coconut, you know what I mean? Instead, I'm just regular depressed.
And
Like,
then
if
you know what makes me mad is people act like the world doesn't revolve around money.
oh my
Like,
god.
you need money to do almost everything in
Everything.
this world. So, yes,
Can't even have
money may
healthcare
not
without money.
be the like may not be happiness, but it's the most necessary thing in the world. I put it up there with shelter, water, and everything.
Yeah, I
I
know it's
get
not
that
cool
shit
to
with
quote
money.
I know it's not cool to quote Kanye these days, but, he does have a very good line. It's, "Having money's not everything, not having it is."
Mm. It's true.
Yep, it's the truth. I have a few of these annoying ass lines that or, like, phrases or terms that I would get rid of, like, fucking tomorrow if I had, like, the executive pen in my hand. I'd be like, "Get the fuck out. Can't say it
Mm.
anymore." First one, alright? It's just a very lazy, sentence that I hate, and I used to hear it all the time in the mortgage world, especially because, "Oh, well, fuck it, what are you gonna do?" is, "It is what it is."
It is what it is. I
I
say that all the time.
I hate that shit. Don't get me wrong, I've said it too,
Hilarious.
like,
It
sometimes it
is
is, you just
what
can't
it is.
It is what it
you
is.
have to accept it, but the people who say it is what it is, like, unironically to everything, because 'cause they're
Mm.
just like, "Fuck it, I don't care, it is what it is," like, I hate you. I hate you,
Mm.
and I wish you learned a new fucking sentence. But I've always, like, had a deep, harbored hatred in my heart for that one, so we'll put that shit off to the side. I've had that shit on the shelf
Okay.
for a minute. I'm thinking more along the lines of where you work out with
Mm.
Riz. There's a couple of these terms that I really hate. 2 of them in particular come to mind.
I'm nervous because I say a lot of shit from TikTok, so I'm, like, on
YOLO.
edge.
No, I mean, YOLO's dumb
It's
too, but
dead.
there's 2 that genuinely piss me the fuck off, alright?
Mhm.
Cap, no cap.
Okay.
I
I don't like
fucking
that one either.
hate cap, no cap. And I'll tell you why I hate cap, no cap. It derives from Dragon Ball, obviously. It's whenever I would see somebody make some sort of statement in any kind of you don't even know what the statement is. They just make a statement. And then they'd say, "No cap" at the end. And to me, that would imply, before I know that no cap means I'm not lying, this isn't a lie.
Mm.
No cap would imply there is no upward cap on the potential for this statement. Like it's usually done in like power scaling communities kind of thing. Like this person wins no cap. Like it's just a very easy thing to think of it as something else. And then it's just become this thing that you say after everything for some fucking reason to say like for real or I'm not lying or truth or something like that. I just get rid of the fucking phrase. It just makes no sense to
Mhm.
me. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it because the cap like implies that you're covering, you're lying. Is that what it is? I get it. No cap, cap. Yep. Who cares? Who fucking cares? Fuck that goddamn phrase. Get it out of the goddamn vernacular. It's so stupid. It does not serve a fucking purpose. The third one, though, and this one's just more of a personal preference because I like to use the word uh goaded, Goadeee, as in ED, as in you've goaded me into an argument. You've tricked me in my tomfoolery into engaging you into some kind of debate or some shit. I like that word. What I don't like is the word goaded, which is an acronym of greatest of all time did. It's greatest of all time. That's GOAT. But goaded, what is it? What does goaded mean? It's the greatest of all time did? You can't just say something's the fucking greatest. You got to call it goaded. So that way now I confuse it with the word that I like, goaded with a D. And for what? Because you don't want to say greatest or goat, or you want to go. I just.
You know what, Kyle? It is what it
What?
is.
I'm going to reach through the screen and kill you. I almost called
It
you a B
is
word, but me and Raysean made the
what it
decision
is.
not to call women B words anymore. So
It's okay. I like being called a bitch.
yeah,
Everything happens for a
Endearing.
reason. I hate when people
that
say that.
I hate
everything
when
happens
people
for a
say
reason.
that.
Even I don't even think that one's that bad. I don't
That
even think
one
that one's that
bothers
bad.
me. I'm like,
They
okay,
always
what's the
say that
reason
when
that this
something
person has
bullshit happened. You know what I mean? It'd be like,
Yeah.
everything happens for a reason. Well, fuck you. Why couldn't it
No,
happen to you?
shitty
You
shit
know?
just happens sometimes.
It's not about what happens to you. It's how
Yeah.
you react to it or whatever, right?
Sometimes I just get pissed on.
A lot of things I don't like a lot of phrases I don't like, I use ironically at first, like jokingly, but then they become just genuinely a part of what I say all the time. So I try to
Like
just be
Riz.
open-minded.
I used the phrase "oh boy"
Ye
yesterday.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Oh boy.
boy, like
I
oh
say
Like,
that
H
oh
all the
boy.
boy.
time. Oh boy.
Um, but you called some
Sometimes I really say like white girl terms. Like I say like skedaddle, and I say that all the time. It's like the whitest. It makes me feel like a white old man. I'm just like, well, let's skedaddle out of here. I'm like, oh my god, I
Got
can't
to
believe
go
I
get
said
me
that.
some skeezers.
But I say it all the time.
Ooh, man.
I feel like you guys weren't as mad about yours as I was mine. I
No,
felt
you were
myself getting
really
hot.
angry.
Yeah. I felt myself getting hot talking about those things because
Goated.
I read them and I'm just greatest of all time did. That doesn't even make fucking sense in a sentence. Like, if you're gonna use it, make it make sense, man. I get
Mm.
what you're trying to say. Why don't you just say it a slightly different way? A way that arguably will save you more time. If you just say it, it's the greatest. Oh, it's goated, dude.
Oh, I remember a phrase. It's not. I used to say. I used to type when I used to text. I used to type out the word "bro," but I
Mm.
used to always say "bruh,"
Bruh.
and everybody be like, "Why you always type out bro?" You like,
Bruh
I
is
was like,
BRUH. Bruh.
so I was like, oh yeah, I do say that.
Mm.
I say
They're
that shit
very
all the
different.
time.
Bro.
Bruh.
I just never noticed that someone pointed out. It's like, bro, you say bro all the time, but you're rating bro. I was like,
Make it match, buddy. Make it
you
match.
know,
I
that's
don't see
how.
that big of a difference between the two, honestly. Just
I
choice
do.
in spelling. Just a slight choice in
How
spelling.
I would use it is different.
Which one do you use more, Kyle, bro?
I say bro. When
I
I
say
type
that
it,
too.
it's usually a bruh. And then I like say something like that has me exasperated or I'm exclaiming about like bruh, Cross the Spider Verse was so good, bruh. Like that. I put out BRUH for that, yeah. But if it's like, bro, we gotta get this shit on the road, Raysean, I'd be like BROOOOOO, bro. Like, come on, like that.
I think I
Yeah.
always go, yo man,
That's what
yo
you
man.
always lead with. Yo, man. How's it going, man? How you doing, man? I haven't talked to you in a week, man. I'm just checking in on my friend Kyle, man. I want to make sure that you know that you're okay and I love you, man. He said something like that last week, and I was like, "Oh, Raysean,
That's so cute.
I made up the love you part, but you know what? It seemed
It's
natural. I
implied.
roll with it. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
It
I
was in the
check up on
action.
everybody. Somebody tried to make a recording of me doing the same thing. I think you've done that too, Kyle.
Oh,
Doing the yo
100% I
man.
have. Oh, dude, whenever Raysean hits me with one of those, I'm like, "What's up, man? Hey, man, how's it
It's
going, man?"
hilarious.
We have fun. All right, yeah, I'm getting rid of the phrases "goated," "no cap," and "it is what it is." Kelly, you getting rid of some what?
With a
I'm
big
getting rid of
rubber
Riz
dick.
because I don't like it.
I've never heard that phrase.
Riz. What'd you say, Raysean? You want to get hit with a rubber dick?
It's one on the comments. Somebody said with a big rubber dick. I was like, I've never heard that one, but I
Oh,
might
that's
Don't
try to
get
better
rid
start
of
than
that
using
mine.
that
one. Keep that one. That one sounds nice.
Yeah,
with a big rubber dick.
with a big
Keep
rubber
that
dick.
one. You know what
I
I
might
don't
try
like
to
when people
fit that
say?
one into a conversation. What?
What?
I don't know what made me think of it, but when people so when people say flicking the bean, oh, grosses me
I don't like
out.
that
I
either.
hate that one. I'm like,
What does that
ew.
mean?
This means masturbating for like women. Just like gross. I hate it. Ugh.
That's something, yeah, I feel like you can say, and I wouldn't even know what you meant.
You'd be
Like,
like, yeah, sure.
See, I'm
fuck does
learning all
that mean?
sorts of stuff. I did an old man rant. Kelly's like, I don't like when girls talk about masturbating. And Raysean learned anything?
It's fine. Just use different terminology. Don't call it your bean. It's gross. It's
What's
horrendous.
the preferred term to flicking a bean?
What would you prefer? You know, pat my cat?
No.
Patting my cat.
I don't think I've ever had to. I don't think I've ever had to say anything about it.
I gotta go pat the
You gotta
cat.
go pat the cat. No, I don't know. I can't think of a preferred. I just really dislike that one.
Oh, bro.
I feel like what you said, hitting the bean, that sounds a little tough.
It
you know,
does, doesn't it?
flicking
It's
it.
like
Butch.
flicking it, flicking,
Flick.
flick.
Oh, I was flicking the
Like
bean
flick
last
your
night. I'd
bick,
be like,
but flick your bean. Ugh, gross.
Oh my god,
It
I
just
gotta go
sounds
pat my cat.
painful.
All right,
Yeah,
so this is
me
the
too.
advice pod. If you enjoyed our all our interesting phrases that we just talked about, somehow, kind of, subscribe to the show wherever you're listening. Apple Podcast, Stitcher, Spotify. Watch it on YouTube. You can see us laugh through all this crazy, silly stuff, and watch us make faces at each other. And there's memes in between sometimes. Go subscribe to the YouTube, like the video. It helps with the algorithm and helps it suggest to other people. Please go do that. There's all links in the show notes for you to help us out with that. Make suggestions to your friends, pressure them like, yo, one of my friends has this
Yeah.
podcast. It's pretty funny. You should listen to it. It's pretty funny. You like it. We could talk about how funny it is. Maybe we make our own podcast one day. These guys are literal inspirations to us
Oh my god,
now.
stop it.
In this hypothetical example that I just spun up 15 seconds ago.
Peer
This could all be
pressure
you,
is
people.
good.
It could be you if you just fucking peer pressure your friends, but no, you won't. Because I'm not peer pressuring you enough until today. I'm peer pressuring you now. Go peer pressure your friends, peer pressure their friends, start your own podcast. Then you can hire me for a consult and I can help you.
It's a
You gotta
peer
pay me.
pressure pyramid scheme.
Hell yeah, dog. That's all this is. That's all influencer marketing is, isn't it?
Yeah, kind
Oh, it
of.
is. Just think about it. All right. So we will see you next week. Rate, subscribe. Raysean.
don't be a butt cheek. Bada bing, bada bang.
He has spoken.